All right, Amy, you're back. So again, I switched the brushes up a little bit. We're not using that big crazy brush. We're gonna use one of two. We're gonna use a nice little fine tipped number 6 or bigger or smaller if you like, brown brush. So it looks like the end of a kitty cat's tail. Or we can use an angled shader, but we're just gonna use the edge of it, that nice sharp edge. And what I'm gonna do is the black first. It's gonna be a little black heavy. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the round brush. More people have this brush, it's a little easier to work with. Make sure it doesn't have any crazy hair sticking out. And I'm gonna really water down my black paint. I'm gonna say water it down. What do you mean? I mean drips of water, just drip, drip, dripping. And mix them in to where it's like ink. It's gonna have a consistency where it's not gonna drip down your painting, but it's gonna be a lot easier to work with, okay? And so I've put like 5 times, 6 times, I've dipped my brush in the water and put it straight into the paint, just slap it around a little bit. And you can try it out on a piece of paper, just make sure it goes nice and long, glides. Because if you don't do this and you don't water down your black, you're gonna have a lot of points where this is the unwatered down black, where you'll have to stop and it's going to run out of paint and get kind of crusty looking. But we don't want that crusty looking stuff. We want to keep our paint nice and wet. Lots of water, and then our lines will be nice and smooth all the way through. You can also achieve this by dipping your paintbrush in water, then the paint for each stroke. Personally, I like to start at the very tip of the tree. I have my pinky anchored down onto the canvas, and I'm barely going to touch the tip of my brush. Let me get a little bit closer. Barely touch the tip of my brush there, and I'm just going to kind of start wiggling it down. Don't worry about that chalk that's there, that's okay. We'll wipe it off later. And notice as I'm wiggling, I'm going to push down a little bit harder. It's getting thicker. I'm running out of paint, and that's okay. I'll get a little bit more. So water, go black, pick up right where I stopped, or just above where I stopped. Same thickness. You see that line's getting thicker and thicker and thicker as I go. The idea is to kind of get it thinner as it goes up the branch, and then the line just grows thicker as you come down. Keep it wiggly. The drunker your branch, more realistic it's gonna look. And I don't stop right here. Notice I keep going all the way down through the trunk. And I'm going to do this step for each one of the major branches, okay?